This is my 32-foot travel trailer with 2 slides on it. It's my project. I'm going to be coating with liquid roof. The roof is very dirty. I'm in the process of cleaning it up. I'm using regular soap and a couple of brushes, which I'll clean it up, and it's cleaned up very good. You can see it's got several patches on it, which were, I think, Cool Seal was put on it. Looks like it's several patches. Looks like when I bought it there was a satellite dish here. I bought it used, and there's a lot of spots of caulking, looks like where they ran some wires and stuff like that on it. So I'm gonna pause this, get it cleaned up, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, I've got the roof just about cleaned. I removed the air conditioner because I wanted to be able to get a good seal around the air condition. There is some areas in which the rubber roof was coming loose around the air condition. I just staple those down. I'm going to be covering it with the liquid roof, so I don't think it'll be a problem. I was wanting to raise the air conditioner up some, but it's a vented air condition, and you see that vent hole right there, and if I raised it, it wouldn't be able to reach the vent. The other thing I did was I removed the refrigerator cover, vent cover, and cleaned around it good, and I also removed the vent cover around one of my bathroom vents. If you remember, this had a vent cover over the vent, and I removed it so I can get around it. I don't think I'm going to have to tape around those. I think I can seal them okay. The job tomorrow is to blue tape around the edges and mix up a gallon of liquid roof and trim around all this stuff. I'm going to do it in a 2-stage operation, part of it now and part of it later. I'm going to pause this now. I have got the blue tape around the edges. You can see that I've taped all around the front and the edge. I allowed about 6 inches on the front overlap from the roof, and I've got the blue tape on it. The next thing I've got to do is mix up a gallon of roof coat and liquid roof, and I'll be putting it on. So I'm going to pause this now. This is the 1 gallon container. It comes in a cardboard box, very well packed. It has a plastic shipping lid on it. There, I took it off type thing. The only way I could get the lid off was to cut it off with a knife. There should be a little bit better instructions on how to get that shipping lid off. It's heavy plastic, and that's there for shipping. And you see I've got my drill for mixing, rubber gloves, and I'm getting ready to mix the catalyst. I'm going to pause this. You can see where I've done the blue tape, and I've cut into it. This has taken me, I guess about an hour to do, and I'm going to remove the tape in a few minutes. They told me that I was supposed to remove the tape while it was still wet so it didn't skim over and pull it off. This is the end cap on the rear, and I've deliberately came down on the rear so that I covered clearly that piece of metal that goes across the top of the roof. I want to make sure I got that good, and I also seal good around the top of the clearance lights. So I want to do that a good job. Alright, I'm going to pause this now. Okay, I'm getting ready to coat the main roof. I'm going to do it in 2 steps. I've got everything ready here. I got my drill, I got my mixer. I'm going to be using a squeegee. And that squeegee I got is from Walmart in the bath department. I think it was $3 or $4. I've got gloves. I was originally going to reuse the brush that I put in the freezer overnight, but I decided I'd get me another brush because these are just throwaway brushes. And even though the brush cleaned up has been in the freezer overnight, I am afraid that the catalyst is starting to harden up on it. Since I'm going to mix this up into 2 batches, I took a 5-gallon pail, which I have, and I marked the line at halfway up. I measured actually with 2.5 gallons of water, and I marked a red line there, and I'm going to be putting half of the liquid roof into there. And I did the same with the catalyst. You can see the red line I marked on it, that I measured up it and marked the red line on it so I'd get the half amount. So I'm going to basically only mix 1/2 at a time, so I do it in 2 batches. I'm 75 years old and I don't want to be able to lift that heavy pail up on the roof. A pail of this stuff weighs about 35 to 40 pounds, so I'll be able to do it in 2 stages, and I'll be able to take a break between this. I'm going to pause this now. Well, I've used up the 2.5 gallons of liquid roof that I've mixed up, and I've got about half the roof done. I may end up needing about another gallon. Remember, I had a lot of these places which were coated with Cool Seal. Well, I think there's Cool Seal, and I'm putting it a little thicker on them because they're a little rough. And I've got also these other rough spots which I'm having to put it a little thicker on, where they had some wires and cables and stuff put down. So it's taking a little bit more than what probably would be normal, but I think I'm going to be a little short. I'm glad I mixed it up into 2 parts because it looked like it's begun to start raining. I know they said it's waterproof immediately, but also on the package it says wait 24 hours before if it's going to rain. So and I'm beat. This is a hard job for an old 60-year-old man, 75-year-old man, but it's going down easy. I'm pleased with the squeegee I'm using because I can spread it and push it around a whole lot better. I used a paintbrush kindly just to smooth out some of the areas. I can't tell the thickness with the squeegee as well as I can with the paintbrush, but this will give you an idea of what's going on. And tomorrow's job is to put down the rest of it. I'm going to pause this. I have finished my liquid roof coating of my trailer. I'm very pleased with it. Did a good job. And one thing I would say is, when you plan on doing this job, make sure you wear rubber gloves. Use old brushes that you're going to throw away. It's very difficult to clean up. It will clean up with mineral spirits, and but it's a difficult job. So I am very pleased, and this is the end of the video. Thank you. I wanted to add that the 6-gallon of liquid roof was plenty enough to cover my 32-foot travel trailer. I had about 2 cups left over, and I just put it around a little thicker in one spot. This is the end. Again, bye-bye.